That's it. It's official. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're live on Table Talk.
Yeah, here we go.
Don't you hear the music?
It's like
I feel like I'm supposed to be dancing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
Oh,
you got to dance.
12? You want to introduce Frank over there?
It has a nice little groove to it.
Well, we got to dance first.
There you go, Ron.
There it is. Welcome, ladies and
Do
gentlemen,
the
to what we
Trump
think is
dance.
week 12 of Table
I don't
Talk.
know. It sounds
We don't
good.
know.
How many podcasts are you guys in?
Week 15?
Week 15.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
That's better than we thought, Ron.
Yeah. I didn't
We're
think
joined
we'd be
today
that far.
by our good friend, Frank Garcia.
Yeah,
Frank,
thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
I
having
think I
me.
have applause here somewhere. Here we go. There we
Oh,
go.
we got a soundboard now.
Yeah.
We're getting fancy. here.
I think we're learning how to do this
I
thing.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to put maybe.
All right, that's all I know how to do. I know those two buttons. That's it.
No,
I
you know the
think
one.
this is my third one. I think this is my third one with you
Next
guys.
week, I'm going to do maybe the different button. Yeah, Frank's been on Table Talk on Ice.
Yeah.
He's been on maybe episode
The
5.
was it the it wasn't the inaugural?
No.
Okay, it was quickly
yeah.
after that. Yeah, okay, good.
You're definitely a recurring guest, and we appreciate you.
Well,
you're the
you're
pro. You're the pro here. You're just helping us
Well,
out.
I've been doing. I did radio for WFNZ after I retired. In the NFL for about 17, 18 years, and you guys have a great show. I love coming on and helping out wherever I can.
Well,
You got a
know,
good show. I used to
think-
listen to it. I like
thanks.
that. Yeah. You,
Well,
you went a little heavy on the Duke stuff. You know?
I do happen to be a not a lifelong Duke fan, but a bandwagon fan from the '90s, which
Yeah.
most people really, if you became a Duke fan, that's where it started.
90s, yeah.
Yeah, Leitner and Hurley years.
Yeah.
Would you have enough money to like NIL money in North Carolina to
I don't
get
know how
along?
much NIL.
Well, you're the NIL guy.
I'm saying they gave Caleb Love $630,000. I saw that. I kind of look at what they were getting. Cooper Flagg, the new quarterback from Duke. What's
Cooper
the-
Flagg plays basketball.
I know, but he
Oh,
got.
and the new quarterback from Duke. I got
Yeah,
you.
but you're saying these
They
guys.
gave the guy from Duke like $3 million. $8 million
for 2 years.
for 2 years, so $4 million
yeah,
a year. I
4
mean, that seems to be the going rate for quarterback. I mean, it's.
What would you got? You think?
I would have got a cup of coffee and maybe a.
Did they give you anything?
I might have got a
Would
cauliflower.
you
named
got
after
an
me.
espresso from his espresso
get-
machine? No, that's what you need.
Did you get a brown bag or not?
No. Well, you know what? That's not true.
It was plastic.
That's not true. When we went to our bowl games, and we were, going to our golf tournaments. So they have like little different events that
Yeah.
you do, and they had a golf tournament, for the players, and it was at a really nice country club, and for the Rose Bowl. So we'd went 3 years in a row, but there was a golf course that we used out there that was private, that a lot of the boosters would come up, and you had a gift or the way they got around it is it was you won it, and
Yeah.
some of them
Yeah.
were a little bit more than
Legitimate,
others.
yeah.
You want it closest to the pin, for
Yeah, yeah.
example. You might have $1,000 in that brown bag in that envelope,
right.
right? But they made sure everybody had something.
know,
Everybody
you
wanted
know,
something.
Kentucky-
You always,
Shortest
everyone
drive-
was closest to the pin.
Shortest drive, longest
Yeah.
drive. Everybody walked away with something.
Kentucky, they had a game at the end, supposedly, after you stop playing, and then they would have a game, and all the boosters would get money, so you might get 50 to 100 grand playing that game, which is legal because you're done with college.
Right. Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Was that a guaranteed in the contract? I mean,
I guess.
So what if you're a one and done? When do you have they just go?
No,
to
I think you play in this game. This is what I've heard from Kentucky people.
these kids nowadays.
Yeah.
The amount of money that they're making.
Yeah.
They would laugh at that 50,000. I'm not playing. I wouldn't risk going out there for 50,000 to get hurt playing in that game. I'm making more per game, with my $3-4 million, especially if you're one of the top players. But yeah, that's a great question you ask. When you see the amount of money these guys are making, especially the quarterbacks, I mean, they're making more money than probably 8 or 9. I think I looked it up the other day. 8 or 9 rookies.
Yeah, wasn't it?
On their first year.
Who was it just made more money
Carson
than
Beck.
Yeah,
Well,
Carson Beck. Yeah,
$4 million.
he's getting more like Bryce Young.
Going to Miami.
Plus, his girlfn's a damn movie star.
Well,
so
yes,
it's a good both.
they're twins too.
I know. No, I ain't gonna say the name. It's not, I didn't say nothing. Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Mayweather.
Yeah, but Nate just signed. Nate Conley, he'll be on one time, and he'll deal with that. High
He's an
school.
agent, right?
Yeah, last night we talked, and he got $300,000 from Under Armour. As 17, what do you do with the money at 17? Like,
I'm sure they
$300,000, I remember having like
invested
needing gas money. Like,
Well, and Ron, what they used to do, this has been going on since Johnny B. Good back when he was at Texas or whatever school Texas A&M. You ever remember?
Yeah,
movie
Johnny
time?
Manziel?
Johnny B. Good. No, Johnny B. Good. This is like
Hell of a
the
player.
first movie that was
yeah.
made back in the day. Right, but the brown bags and the suitcases have been going around forever. But the way they got around it was Tim Tebow. The way that he would do is he'd set up a charitable organization. The money would be funded and laundered through the organization and would eventually be in his foundation. His parents would run it, but all the boosters would send money to that organization.
Oh, it feels like you know a lot about it. That's good.
Well, I've had to learn. I mean,
Statute of limitations have passed. We're good.
Maybe.
I mean, Napoleon Kaufman. You guys remember him?
No.
So Napoleon Kaufman, he was the Raiders. He was a running back.
Yeah.
He was the first running back that really kind of demanded that he give a guaranteed contract. So he kind of started that snowball for guaranteed contracts in the NFL. And the reason why the NFL teams didn't want to do that is because if you got hurt or you could, it's a tougher sport than basketball. Basketball was guaranteed. Yeah. Hockey was guaranteed. Baseball was guaranteed. NFL wasn't until he started, kind of lobbying for that. But I mean, he came from Lompoc High School in California. With a beat-up old pickup truck. And when I say beat up, I mean this thing barely ran. He had a great freshman year, and the next thing you know, he's driving around in a brand-new Ford Mustang. Yeah. And, I mean, it was loaded. I mean, this car, turned eyes everywhere you went. Yeah. I'm like, where's my Mustang? Yeah. I'm starting too. But, that's just the way you learn is that some people are going to get that privilege than other people's aren't. And I was an offensive lineman, so I learned to accept the fact that I'm just here for, kind of for you and for everybody else. You would have been one of the, you would have been one of those divas that would have demanded a
In college, I booked bets, dude. I was booking bets, and
he was the president of his quad.
Yeah,
too.
I was the president of my quad. They didn't know what quad was. I was everything. But okay, back to something. So I want to pivot to a little bit. But so you're in high school, and we know this holiday's coming up. You just Valentine's Day, right? And this kid is in high school and he got $200,000. Like, what does your girlfriend ask for then? Like, hey, what did you get your girlfriend back in the day?
Let me
Maybe you can't talk, you two, because you're married and all that. But what back in the day at 16, Valentine's Day, what did you get your girlfriend?
Well, the first thing I would say is this kid's an idiot. Why do you have a girlfriend if you have $200,000?
Yeah, that's 16. Well, right? Just okay.
Why would you have? I mean, why would you limit yourself?
Yeah, dude.
At that age?
That's even another.
Hey, he's off the recruiting board.
Don't let your son listen to this one.
Well, I mean, I don't want him to have a. I mean,
did you get back in the? I know your wife's here today and all that, but did you?
Yeah, Jess is sitting right over here.
Did you get your? Or Jess, do you remember your first Valentine's Day gift?
She doesn't like cards. She doesn't like flowers.
Dinner or something, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
I think when I was in high school, I just take my girlfriend to dinner.
I mean, it was cards. I mean, but Valentine's Day is such a manipulated, overrated holiday, and it's not even really a holiday. It's just an excuse for guys to spend money on girls. My point would be,
what about girls who spend money on guys? I mean, I like getting my gifts too.
I never expect a Valentine's.
I don't think I've gotten a Valentine's gift.
In fact, when I get here on Valentine's Day, that podcast, if it's near that, I want something.
I mean, remember when you were
from us?
Yeah, I want something for you.
For Valentine's Day?
Nah, dude.
Oh my goodness. He wants another espresso machine.
Yeah. No,
but listen. So I told LB, I said, hey, since she loves my espresso machine. I said, why don't I get you? They got a smaller one. I got this espresso machine.
You should give her one of these tabletop
mugs. Just so you know,
mugs.
if you come over for the espresso, you get espresso martini. You can Bluetooth it before you come. It's a great deal from Williams-Sonoma. I own that place now with my toaster and that.
Well, you own that place and probably a lot of others with your cards that you throw out there. But why would you buy how much was this espresso machine?
$1,200.
Oh, $1,200, nothing.
Oh, just $1,200. Oh, yeah,
just $1,200.
Why would you get in a $1,200 espresso machine that you have to Bluetooth?
Yeah. Look, let me tell you this. This is the deal with my life. I keep saying it. I have a couple of friends that come over all the time, and whoever comes over and wants something, I get it because they'll come back. So if you like gummy bears or if you like steak, and Frank's coming over, and Frank knows I have a good steak.
This is true.
I'm by myself. Usually it's home, Red Rocks, home, Red Rocks, home, Red Rocks, and maybe I get lucky to get invited to dinner. So if you start coming over, go, man, I love. He loves bourbon. Right?
I love Bitcoin.
Yeah. So you know what? I make sure I have his. I have his bourbon at my house. So if you come over, you like steak, you get steak. So that's kind of my ploy right now. You have
always, and I've known you for a long time. 30 years. You have always been the host with the most. right? And you love entertaining your friends.
I
You
do.
love giving them, and you're a giver too.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
Yeah, you
good friend.
The only thing that I was,
Until you get injured, then you don't see your friends. All of a sudden, you're like, hey,
Well,
18732,
you start
blah, blah,
finding,
blah, blah.
You start finding out who your friends are.
Right, you know where
Yeah.
I live. I mean, they ask me what's wrong. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. Why don't you come to my house? I
Yeah.
mean, it's a simple
Come see
deal.
me.
I have espresso.
Come see me. Pull the Christmas tree out. Maybe push the what do you call it? The trash can up.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe mow the lawn.
Help me out a little bit.
I saw him looking through some jars the other day because he knows I hide money. I was a little worried. I saw on the cameras.
Who?
Michael. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Like, you got the wrong guy.
So wait, back to this because you guys
There was
were not answering
$1,000
the
in one.
question. I want you to answer the question. What is your like Lauren gets me like or other just say I'll say Lauren, but I appreciate the card and maybe something little. I don't need the.
You want you like chocolate?
I do. I like gummy bears. I Peeps. I love Peeps.
That's Easter, though.
I know, but you can get it for Valentine. What I'm saying is, don't you appreciate a $5 gift? Don't you appreciate?
I appreciate.
Like if
That's
this
not
year
my-
you
that's
two,
not-
I want you to get something. We're talking about.
That's
the
not my
podcast.
love language.
No, that's not my.
For,
love
I want you to
language
go $10 or less. Not a lot. I'm just saying something little.
So I appreciate touch and feel,
Okay.
but I think
So you want to get someone a sex like
Yeah,
like what do you
Absolutely.
call it? Sex toys.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's a gift.
that's a gift.
Okay, I'll give you both a sex toy for Valentine's Day. Let me know how it worked out.
Perfect.
That'll be. I'll do that.
I think
That's another show.
I think
That's table talk after dark.
that's right. No, I think for me, it's more of the thought and the sentiment than it is anything else.
There you go.
I'm not even for Christmas. I don't like getting gifts. I like
Yeah.
giving gifts.
That's a real
Okay,
holiday.
let's
though.
take
I
this.
mean, Valentine's
Let's
Day, you're
take
kind
this.
of like, eh.
Are you a love you guy or not? Like I think it's a Valentine's Day is about love. So are you one of those guys that say I love you or are you?
Oh no,
you
I
stay away?
am definitely.
Yeah, you got to say I love
I
you.
am definitely wear my emotions on my sleeve guy.
Did you? Because I think as a kid, I don't know. As my mother, I don't know if we always said I love you, but I say I love you now all the time.
Yeah.
So like, do you wake up to your mom and say I love you, or if you're
I
still
tell
living?
I tell some of my buddies.
I
love
tell,
them.
yeah, I do too all the
I
time.
mean, I mean, maybe there was a period in my life where the macho-ness was, a little bit more
Yeah.
important, but you grow out of that, right? And you start realizing that your friendships are more important than all the things. And, I tell everybody I love them. And, sometimes it's love ya, and sometimes it's I love you.
You know what I
Yeah.
think we should do, Michael? I think Table Talk should send somebody a dozen roses, not red, maybe pink, but we'll pick it.
Yeah,
somebody out there.
a lucky
A
fan.
lucky. So
What-
if it's a
how
woman
many-
on here, if a woman on here gets on her and texts me her address, you might get
Don't show up.
some roses.
So don't show up.
I would be very cautious.
yeah.
Of
You mean
what-
show up the
yeah.
house?
Now just
Text me your address. Tell me what time
text me
you
your
want me
address.
there,
Yeah.
What time do you want?
and I'm going to get you some roses.
No, I mean,
Let me know what size bra you wear. What?
I got to teach you guys how to do stuff. I mean, we have to teach. It's
Yeah.
just what we got to do.
I think you're right. That would be nice. That would be
I
nice.
mean, it's like the espresso
But we should do
machine.
red
I would
because
love you to come over to try. Well, I don't know if I'd use it. We'll
So
get Renee.
the
to try
best
that.
way to probably do this, Ron, is your next subscriber or your 10th subscriber. That's who you send
send
the roses
ro-
to.
yeah.
even if it's a guy.
No.
He's yeah.
No, we don't want to do that. But we have a lot. I mean, now just so you know, to pivot to something else, it could be part of the Ronnie Awards. What's going on with that? When are we gonna do this show?
I thought we were doing it in the spring.
Well, explain the Ronnie Awards. This is new to me.
Well, Ronnie Award is going to be, there'll be 7 or 6 awards. And actually, you're up for an award. You're up for a couple, but one of the awards you're up for, who's my favorite athlete? Is it Frank Garcia, Mason Rudolph? Is it Drake May? Or is it Denny Hamlin?
I have no chance.
Yeah.
Well, no, you
Well,
do
no, I mean,
because
he's
you're
got
doing the
Denny- he's got
podcast.
Denny
Well,
Hamlin in every
right now,
category.
Mason's probably in the lead.
I mean,
right?
I barely got my first item on
Yeah.
the menu.
No, I think
It's been. I've known you for 25 plus years, and I finally have well, that's not true. You've had on the other restaurants you had some,
but it's not about the. It's a combination of things in my mind. But we're gonna do it on the stage. But then the next one is who's got the best podcast. So it would be what?
Us. And I think we're the only one in that
Accidental
category.
Rental.
We're the only one in that category.
Yeah, and then we can't. And we got the
Wingman
The Wingman that might win it. I mean,
Yeah.
the Wingman into it. I mean.
And Joe Rogan. So
I mean,
it's
yeah.
we'll
We'll
right
see
up
how
there.
Denny's spot. We're doing a podcast with Denny. We were doing it on the stage. I think Kush is going to do it now too. We're going to do the IQ test.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to get a lot of views.
Oh, boy.
We're doing IQ. Well, how hard is an IQ? Like you guys
Well, it
act
depends. I mean, so you're talking about are you doing trivia or are you doing an IQ test? Because they're two different things.
IQ.
I guess you go.
So
But
an
I
IQ
want
test is like you're solving puzzles. You're
Yeah.
That's a true IQ.
Can
test.
I give you an example one?
Sure.
Because I've been looking them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been looking at all the
row-
answers.
First row is 369. Second row is 510 15. Third row is 816 blank. Right, and we all know the answer is what?
24.
Right. Well, then he's like who doesn't know this? Like,
Right.
I didn't know that
A,
one.
B, C.
What is it?
What's the next letter?
There'd be
F.
so you just put me under pressure, but there would be a lot of people that wouldn't be able to figure those things out. Believe it or not, Ron, I mean that's really kind of where our future is going, right? You
Yeah.
ask kids to be able to diagnose and to subjectively think and those types of things, strategically think. It's a challenge.
They won't have to soon.
I
Yeah, that's
say-
AI will
that's
do it
what-
for them.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going. Is all these tools do it for
Yeah.
them. We had to learn
Yeah.
how to add, subtract in our head, multiply, divide, all those things. They just have a little thing they punch in.
Well,
So-
I'm saying I had trigonometry when I was in junior, algebra 2. I was in the top of the school and all that.
So
but
you're a
I-
good math guy.
I knew everything.
Math
But
and science.
No doubt that pi. What is that? The chart O for oxygen, N for nitrogen, all that bull crap.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that now. Like that's the stuff I don't know on the IQ test at our age. How far does that go back? Because like I don't know why I even took the
I
class.
think you
That's all.
learned that in like 7th and 8th grade.
Well, you didn't go into
The
science.
chemistry.
You didn't
And
need
that
it.
was chemistry.
Now let's pivot to this. Like my IQ, I think is higher because I'm always thinking the next step. Do you think of the next step before you get to the next step? Or you all-
Absolutely.
so I think
I'm a
people,
forward thinker, outside the box thinker.
I think the person that's smarter, in my opinion, is always moving ahead. They're thinking about the next thing they're doing.
Well, there's a lot of different types of smart.
Like I'm thinking about those windows, how we're getting new tinted,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, you're a genius.
Sitting here. I'm sitting here.
Boom.
And we're going to
Didn't
have
think of that.
Einstein.
I didn't think of
everybody
that
look.
one.
Hey, everybody look. Look at the tent back there. Look at the tent if you want. Turn around, Frank. And see that on the edges?
Made you look.
Well,
You failed.
that just bothers shit out of me, so I got the tint guy to come
Yeah.
out to retint them. So
Yeah, I mean, so you're a strategic thinker, and I think there's a lot of different types of smart guys and smart people. But some people are book smart, and they could sit there and memorize different things. But you can get animals to memorize things, right? But in order to think independently and get outside the box and be creative, and have some worldly experiences, I mean, that's a whole different type of smart.
So maybe
right?
I'm a
So
dog.
I think.
Sit.
I think balance is a good thing. You have to be able to do both. But
Yeah.
the people that have the most experiences, and there's some of these guys that didn't even go to school.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're brilliant people. They're brilliant.
For sure.
They're brilliant
Yeah.
minds. So how do you calculate that? How do you measure that?
IQ.
Ron's got a test to figure it
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna get tested.
A, B, what's the next
well,
letter?
I mean, I just take like A, B, C, then whatever.
Is that really on the
Well,
IQ test? Because
Listen,
which one did you look up?
Look, the one Danny did, he probably won't give to us. He'll give the most experience. The one they did on the
What
plane.
was his IQ? I'm guessing for Danny.
120.
Yeah, that's a really good IQ. That's a really good IQ.
I was 169 back in the day, but I'm telling you, I was.
169.
Listen, I am one of the.
There's like 4 people.
I
in
think
the world that are
Einstein was
169.
Wasn't Einstein 160?
Listen, real quick. I think, in my mind,
We know you think.
that if I would have went to school in India and finished like Mark Cuban did, I would have been the president of the United States. I think.
Why would you have to go to school to do that?
Well, at the time, because then I went to a different route.
School is such a racket.
I know, but I went to a different route. But
Let me restate that.
I don't wanna
School is
say it.
important, but college, unless you're going to be specifically, a doctor, a lawyer, something that some sort of craft. What did you went to? What did you learn in college?
I learned how to.
You learned
chug
how-
a
I don't
beer.
rember.
No, yeah, you learn how to cheat. You learn how to skip school.
Yeah.
You learn how to.
Come on, man.
I mean, that's what
You're
you
a
learn.
football player. That's why. That's so bullshit.
You know
I went to Indiana. They cheated off my stuff. I mean, that's
you
crazy.
know,
The president of the quad you're talking
I
to.
studied the seating chart. You know why? Because I'm gonna look for the smartest Asian, and I'm sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's not good to say, man.
Why?
Why?
Hey, what about him? I was smart as an American. It doesn't
I
matter.
would think that they work harder than we do.
Let's see your IQ.
Man,
Prove it.
Bad. I don't believe in anything. The table talk does not condone in those conversations by Frank Garcia.
Wait, Asians are smart, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Look, I think that
We're all smart.
basically what you said was you went to
I
college
stereotyped.
to cheat.
I stereotyped, and
to
I
cheat.
stereotyped.
Right, but I don't. I think if you use college, I think lawyers and doctors and if they hopefully they went to school and learned about something.
Well,
yeah,
I
for
said
that you have
I said
to.
that. That's
You could be
have
a
to-
doctor.
Can
yeah.
you dissect a frog right now?
Absolutely.
You think if I gave you a frog right now,
100%.
Let's see
we'll
it.
do that on a show.
A million-
I don't know how we do that.
I could gut it. I could gut
Yeah.
a deer. I could
But
gut
what
a
would
fish.
you dissect a frog? Will you remember
I could,
doing that?
I could find the heart. Yeah, of course. You slit it right up the gut. You take it open. You peel it out. You find the gut, the lungs, the heart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Piece-
I guess
cake.
I was trying to say in high school you did a lot of stuff in elementary school. I'm not sure if we ever used it. Maybe you did use. I'm up.
well, I didn't learn.
And I
that.
can't help
I didn't learn how to gut an animal because of elementary school. I learned how to gut an animal because I was a hunter as a kid.
At
my
that
da-
age, you're
my
just learning
dad
the
taught me.
basics, Ron.
And my dad taught me.
Yeah.
I don't think cheating is good. I don't think cheating is
Well,
good.
I'm not advocating for cheating.
Okay, because your son, I wouldn't want to tell
I'm
him
not
his job.
advocating for cheating.
Right.
Depends on the subject.
What I'm telling you is that we found what we learned, what college taught us, that we found the easy way out. That's something
I
for
don't
some
know,
things.
but I don't believe in a lot of people. I think just in your world.
Make college great again.
I'm not saying every.
I didn't go to school because of college. I didn't go to
No,
school
right,
because of my
right.
grades.
You're a football, but I'm saying I don't think a lot of people like go to college. I can't wait to cheat. Now I tell you what
No,
you did do.
that's
No,
not
but
what
you
I'm
have
saying.
Now
to.
I tell you truthfully, I did use Cliff Notes, whatever that's called.
right.
where
You
bought-
plagiarized. Yep.
Yeah, you bought the store, the little orange, yellow book. I did that, but I never go. Oh, I'm going to try to look at my neighbor's work. I never did that. I
Wait,
would.
you did Cliff
Did you never,
Notes?
so you never cheated in college?
No, I never cheated. I don't think I don't know how. I wouldn't.
You
know
don't
how.
know how?
Well, besides that Cliff Notes, I wouldn't really know how.
You look at somebody else's paper and say, what's their answer? Is it the way?
How far are you? Did they let you like? Were you
Oh,
hugging the person?
I had good eyes.
Summa cum laude over there.
Right.
Like, were you right here? Like, well, I mean, I was like.
You wear
over here.
sunglasses, Ron, like you.
Has anybody here in this room went to college?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you cheat?
Hell yes.
You did? God damn.
Yes.
I was so stupid.
But I mean, you also cheat with your friends. Like you got, I
That's
was in a
right.
fraternity. You had like a bunch of guys in the class together. You're like, I don't know.
So he
man.
puts a two
Help me
up.
with this paper.
Yeah.
Help me write this
Writing-
paper.
yeah.
Let me buy
Not
a
so much
paper.
on tests for sure, but
Right.
writing papers, writing like thesis and all that stuff. You kind of like.
I was more interested. I mean, I didn't need school to be smart, right? I felt like I was already a smart guy, and just like you guys would be. Ron, if you didn't graduate, I still consider you a smart guy. You don't need school to validate that, right? You're still going to be a smart guy and
God,
successful at whatever you do, right? And college to me, it was just 1 + 1 is. I mean, what
Yeah.
are you learning?
Yeah.
What do you
I
learn?
can't tell you
could
how
read
many
a book.
papers,
I could read a book
yeah.
and get just as much information and retain it as somebody sitting up in front of class telling me, unless I was doing something specific,
Right.
right? If I was
I
doing
think a lot of things is learned by structure. You got to go to class at 8 o'clock. You get there, you go through it.
100%.
You know, you go
That's
through
absolutely
it.
what
And
college
hopefully
is
you
for.
met a girl that you can take
Responsibilities.
home. I mean, I looked at it that way. I was looking for a hot girl. I'll be honest with you.
You were
I
looking
would
for a hot-
cheat. Oh, if I saw a hot girl, I'm trying to bring them up to my
But
dorm.
you're not going to school to do that.
Yeah, you're going there to
but you
learn.
can. I mean, I'm just saying, I would do that. I don't know that's cheating, but I would.
Jeez.
I would look for the like.
That's not what you're at
who
college
do I want
for,
to date
huh?
in that room? I
Your
mean,
parents
that's.
are paying thousands of dollars upon thousands of dollars for you to go check out girls.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Come on, man.
Well, you're there to get an
you're
education,
there
I
to-
thought.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Come on, Ron.
Well, that's
I
why.
think
Your
that's where
priorities were different.
I think that's where I made the mistake. I
That's
never
probably-
showed up
I
to
tell
the
you
class.
what, maybe one of those girls will give us her address. I'll send them flowers right now.
Oh God.
I mean,
There you go.
Maybe she'll remember my name. Like, oh, I remember that guy. He was on the J. You ever been on the J board? You ever have to go to J board?
What's a J board?
That was like the jury. So what happened is, as a kid, there was 5 of us, right? And I told him last show I was the president of Wookiee Quad, but my dad got laid off. I had to move. That was a very prestigious honor, by the way. 5,000 people that I got voted in. But J board, people like you would come, and like the one kid kept throwing Heinz ketchup bottles off the. Somebody got up on the roof, off the roof, and he'd come in front of us and would say, "Hey, listen, you can't throw ketchup bottles off the roof anymore.
Okay.
You're drunk, and we know that, but you can't do it. So you're suspended for a week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we get a call from the parents and ask them why. Now I'm like 18. I'm scared. I'm the head of the.
Oh, you were throwing ketchup bottles off
No,
the
I
roof?
wasn't. They were.
No,
Right,
remember,
right.
he was the president
But
of the
the
quad.
point is, and then he did it again, and you're like, okay, dude, you can't throw ketchup bottles off the roof because you might hit someone. Now that was a month, right? So that taught me a lot. So I think there's a lot of
Value. Well, you learn how to live with other people. But that's the one thing that college taught me, right? I was in a fraternity and I don't always agree with everybody's decisions and their rules of their fraternity. And if you know me at all,
Did you have a roommate in your room or not?
Oh, I had several roommates, right? Initially, as a poopy, as a pledge, as a freshman, you're going to go in there and you're going to have multiple roommates.
That wasn't a frat.
Right.
guy, so.
And when I was and when I lived in the dorms, you're going to have a roommate, right? So you have to learn how to adjust and live with other people because everything you like isn't going to be something they like. All your quirks, you staying up till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, they might have to go to bed the next morning. So how do you adapt, right? That's what college teaches a lot of kids is how to live with other people and how life is going to be so that when you go to a real job and you have to affiliate yourself with other people, I can adapt and adjust. That's what college teaches you, in my opinion, more than anything else. Unless you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, things like that. It teaches you how to work well with others.
And not to throw ketchup off the roof of a.
But I also had 7 brothers and sisters, so
Yeah. You're pretty good at it by that point, probably. Yeah.
I had known, right?
Well, I mean, I think every journey has a different path, and I don't know why we're all sitting here, but maybe college to you. I mean, you're a football player.
That's right. Well, everybody's.
I mean, you
gonna
got
be
your
different.
head knocked around a lot. I'm surprised you're still as smart as you are.
See, there we go. Stereotyping.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how do you think you just offended every other football player out there? We're not all dumb jocks.
Well, I talked to Jason Kyle yesterday. I noticed he had a few jiggles loose too.
Well, he had
Maybe Frank dealt the blows.
Do you
He
think
didn't get
that's
them,
the easiest job, long snapping? That guy, every time I went to a game, he'd sit over there on the sideline. Well, not once you do it.
Punter's got to be the easiest job.
Punter's
got to be the easiest job.
Yeah, kicker and
You don't. I mean, if you're a deep snapper, at least you're going to
You
take
get
some
rammed.
shots.
You get rammed. You do tackle.
I mean, they've changed the rules so those guys don't get touched anymore. So it's become easier, and you can be a little bit smaller and do those things. But back when I was playing, they used to put 3-4 guys right over my nose and try to just run right through you, and they'd have guys behind them, their offensive linemen, pushing through, and you'd have to just grab dirt and make sure you got low. But they've changed those rules. Since then.
Did you guys ever do the tush push when you were?
We just did a quarterback sneak.
I
We
don't
weren't-
understand
no,
all
that used to be illegal.
Yeah.
When you think about
Did
it.
it?
So when Notre Dame, I
Yeah.
think they're the first one, the Bush push is what they called it.
Yeah.
When
Leinart. Yeah,
was
Leinart.
assisted by
Yep,
Bush,
yep.
he went and pushed Leinart in the back against Notre Dame and USC, and they scored that touchdown.
Right.
That was supposed to be a penalty. They didn't call it, right? So, or maybe they did. I don't remember the outcome of that, but they outlawed that rule for a little bit. It was illegal to do.
Yeah.
Right. So since then, I don't know if it happened because of that, but you're able to start pushing guys behind, and Philadelphia has taken it to a whole new level. But the problem is, going back to this week's games, if you watch, Buffalo tries to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the same thing. It was against the Chiefs. I go back to 2 years ago when the Eagles were playing the Chiefs, and you see the way the Eagles did it. They had tight ends back there. They crunched everybody in.
Yeah.
But they have 350 across the middle. The center's 330, the left guard's 350, the right guard's 370, right? So Bills aren't quite that big, and it doesn't work the same way for everybody. They're unique because they have a running back at quarterback, and they have 350 across the board. So
we got to take a break. We talk about our
Well,
sponsor.
we're not
Who are we sponsored by today? Do we know?
DraftKings.
Oh, we're sponsored by DraftKings. So, do you guys want something to drink?
Red
DraftKings
Rocks.
is buying.
yeah, I'll take a lemonade and maybe a little bit of Tito's in there.
Yeah. You want a dessert or something? You want something to? Okay.
Maybe some of these Frank Garcia fried calamari looks good.
Yeah.
You might want to get that.
You guys got
got
to come try those.
Is that the cauliflower?
Cauliflower.
The cauliflower.
Fried calamari. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. What is it? It's cauliflower.
Yeah, fried cauliflower.
Fried
Garcia's,
cauliflower.
Yeah, it's delicious.
The segment's brought to you by Red Rocks.
Keep me a little. I'm good right now. Thank you. What's your name again? Evan, how long you worked for me?
6 months.
All
You
right.
do a great job. Thank you.
job.
I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you, Evan.
Thank you, Evan.
Glad to be here.
This is Evan. If you ever come to Red Rocks and
Request
see
him.
Evan,
Tip him
request
well.
Evan.
Tip him well.
That's
Tip
right.
him well. Tip him well.
Where did all that IQ go to? What's your name again? Who
Yeah,
are you?
yeah.
How long you work for me?
But I don't know.
He's like, sir, I've been here 8 years.
What happened to that 170 IQ that we were talking about?
I sit at my table in the front. A lot of times they only put certain people on me.
No, do they?
Oh, wow.
You're specific.
Big shot.
He's a little bougie.
Yeah.
No. I don't know why, because they don't want to brat. But the people who've been long term, I take care of them. But he seems to be doing a good job. It seems like you guys had.
He got you a pen and paper. He got you a pen and paper.
Like, Bart, here's your birthday. Okay, here back to Valentine's. I know we're on birthdays, and then we'll talk about the games. But what about your birthday? What, like, do you want gifts on your birthday?
I told you. I mean,
Did you ask her for anything? Thank you.
It's
So
Frank.
she
It's
asked
Frank's
you-
birthday to all our listeners.
Hey, put a camera on her for a second.
It's all of our listeners. It's Frank's
mean,
birthday.
Come on, man. I mean, you asked. What did you ask for? What did you ask for?
It's Thanksgiving.
A what?
An espresso machine.
You're such a. Well, I mean, that's what I say. Everybody asks, you want something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't expect anything.
When Evan comes back, make sure you get a happy birthday cake today. We're going to sing him happy birthday.
Yeah,
we're going to pre-plan it, so you know.
She gave me a special. She gave me a special kiss this morning.
There you go.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Birthdays are different than Valentine's Day, then, Ron. I mean,
So wait, you did ask for something. That's all I want to know.
No, I didn't ask for it. She offered. So that's something new.
that's right.
As a
But
married
you
guy,
should.
you
Yeah.
understand.
Yes.
The
Well,
importance
I
of
want.
that.
Just so you know, my birthday, I get like offended when people don't give me something. I get kind of like.
You get.
I just think they're not.
But you're a gift guy. Your love
yeah,
language
that's
is
your love
gifts.
language.
I think it's okay to bring somebody a $5 gift and say Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
or Happy Birthday, or Happy Valentine's Day. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with making people's day?
Nothing.
Like
There's
Evan,
nothing.
we're gonna
Nobody's.
what we're gonna do with that? We're gonna show a immediate reaction. All of us at the same time will say thank you. Okay, that makes his whole day.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there's
gonna make his day by saying thank you.
Who?
Now, if you hand him a 20, it's gonna really make him a day. Okay.
yeah, I mean, he's working for money. I mean,
Right.
but I mean, to give a gift there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You know, it's just not something I expect.
Some people don't care for it.
I don't expect it.
You know?
I don't expect it. I don't care if I.
Well, I
get
think
one.
it's how you brought up.
Well,
I
mean,
could go down that road. That's another topic down the road.
For
but
me, the older I get,
I think Patrick Mahomes gets
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
less
gifts.
material
Hey,
things.
Mahomes gets for what he's doing. He gets a lot of those damn. He get from referees and everything. He's probably sending those gifts today.
Yeah, that's right.
He might be on. Hey, wait, we need to get Patrick Mahomes. He probably sent for the flowers.
Oh yeah, we can send to him. You want to send to him? Patrick, put your address into our chat.
Yeah, we
here.
get some flowers.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
You know, I'm saying I'm a gift giver. I like giving. I like receiving.
So it is my birthday, and I appreciate you acknowledging that. I don't even tell people it's my birthday. I don't go around, offering it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Give me
It's my
something.
day.
It's
Well,
my
just so
day.
you know, I do, and when I have and I have a party for
Ron's
me
like, you
every
don't?
year, and we have a dinner. We always have. I think the best part of everybody's birthday, Charlie's, Denny's, whoever. I get mad when we don't have a group dinner with just our close guys, because if anything, I can see him that one day for the year, and it's not about. Now, I'll tell you what happened this year. This is kind of funny. It was my birthday at Steak 48, and Nate walks in with a basketball. So
When was
I'm like,
this?
This was November 13th.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh,
You didn't get him a gift?
Nate got me.
I wasn't invited.
Nate got me
Me either.
Nate got me a basketball. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Well, he said, Greg, just so you know, I got Bill Self to sign you a basketball. I'm like, oh, okay. And all the women were, it's okay. I got enough presents in different ways, but
See, that's for you.
the
for-
present of life was
I'm glad
important.
I'm glad you're over it.
Well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised because you have the ability and the opportunity to have whatever you want, right?
To buy it.
It's really hard to shop for you.
But I'd rather have a $5 gift. A $10 gift is great.
How about I would rather give you a hug and come say hello and spend time with you than I would.
I'd
buy
rather
you
have
something.
you bring two girls in my bed. Excuse me. No. You got any friends? I mean,
That's not how it works, Ron.
I'm single. I mean, I'd rather get somebody else to hug me, to be honest.
You'd rather give them a hug than me. Okay.
Not two girls in my
Noted.
bed.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
write
mean
that
that to
down.
clean my house. I didn't
Yeah.
mean that.
Okay.
That came across
That's
the wrong way.
Yeah, wow. Stereotyping?
You want to make you a sandwich too while they're cleaning? After they're done cleaning your
Peanut butter
house?
and jelly. Yeah.
A panini.
Can I have some of your panini, please?
That panini is good, man. Renee, if you want a panini right now, I'll tell you, Renee can make that panini. It's really good.
I don't know why. That word to me it's so provocative.
There's something about it. I don't know what it is.
Hey Renee, can I have a little bit of your panini?
But we should.
You're so good at these
Now,
paninis.
Brad, make sure I'll get you. It's the One Touch panini maker at Williams-Sonoma, and
Is her panini
the
fre-
One Touch
Is
at,
her panini fresh?
at Ravel Espresso.
little
You didn't put a
stale.
picture. I'm going to get them to.
Williams-Sonoma needs to sponsor us. Yeah, they actually
Because
are.
I'm impressed with the damn thing. I mean, today I was laughing because Renee's not. She's under the weather. I'm like, oh shit.
Is her panini fresh?
Bob, I tell you what a friend is.
Not
It's
right
a
now.
typical example of a friend.
No.
And Bob knows I'm going through. Bob drops off bagels, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the one ear says don't eat them because of it's fattening, and the other ear says eat the damn shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my ear said eat it, right? But I have nobody to cut the stuff up. Now, do you have the guillotine?
You don't have anybody to cut the stuff up, you
No.
poor thing.
Oh my
do you have the
God.
bagel guillotine?
You poor thing. No,
Wait,
I don't have it.
oh,
I have
listen.
my hand. This
How
is-
do you
listen,
how do
hold
you
my hand
eat
in a knife.
without someone to cut
Hey,
it?
did you ever have the guillotine? You put the the thing in,
And
you
you
take it through.
push it down.
Okay, I take it out. I
so
put
you
it
know
in,
how to
and then
do
it
it.
goes, okay, I hit bagel, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, the first one came too light.
So
And
you
this-
need somebody to operate yourself.
No, I got this thing. This is so good. I mean, I want you to have a bagel next time you're in. But Bob, thanks for the bagels today because they were really. And then, by the way, they're fresh.
I know Bob.
Well, I know sometimes he brings frozen, or not frozen hard ones, but these
Stale.
are good.
You- you complain
he
about
gets the
being stale.
discount. Well, but I appreciate it.
Bob's hard bagels and Renee's soft paninis.
Yeah. Come on over. Thanks, Evan.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Who's,
Thank you.
who's your espresso maker then?
Brevel, Barista, Touch. And if
Who
you want
makes
to
it
do a
for you?
demo.
So yeah, but who makes it for you?
Yeah, because you
Renee?
got Bob for your bagels.
You know,
Renee
it's
for your
funny.
ba-
It's so hard to use right now. I know we tried one, but they were drinking the other night. Espresso martinis from 131. When we came back, I don't think they understood the video. But we kind of hit it once. But it's going to be Mason has one, so he was trying to tell it's pretty easy.
Do you need a crash course to operate these things?
Oh,
That's what it
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like.
yeah.
So who operates your espresso machine? That's
Well,
what
right
he's
now
asking.
I'll learn, but right now Renee and
so she
Lauren.
does it all.
Yeah.
And they take care of you. You need somebody to take care of you.
I don't think take care of it because they have DoorDash. They do that well. Fuck, dude. It's
true.
I mean, you just call Instacart.
Yeah,
I mean, think about this.
they cook for you.
My leg.
But who's going to feed you?
But if you have 2 crutches, I want you to imagine my life when I have to use 2. Go to Harris Teeter with 2 crutches, right?
Yeah, it's a
You
pain
can't
in
pick.
the ass.
You can't pick anything up.
Well, you don't have a cart. Yeah, you can't roll a cart around.
I can. I get good balance, but I haven't been to Harris Teeter or Target for a while.
Well, you know they have those carts there now.
Yeah, I know. So, do you use them?
I have not used them yet, but I use them when I go to Vegas.
Yeah,
I get
so does he.
I get one of those scooters when I go to Vegas, and I sit in one of those things and I ride around everywhere. You know, you could take them outside the casino.
I know.
too.
I've had. You know,
That's what Ron does.
I don't know if you know who Rochelle Ryan is.
Yeah,
You don't know. Please don't tell her you know her.
I do know that name.
She is a porn star.
Maybe that's why I know her.
Oh no, not her. No, different Rochelle. Yeah.
I did not know her.
So I was with the Barstool people, Spider and Large, and they go, "Hey, meet my friend Rochelle Ryan." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, whatever, okay." She goes, "She wants to ride in the cart with you."
Yeah, she wants to ride something on the cart.
Yeah.
So I rode around the cart, and then I figured out who she was. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Uh-huh.
So then I went to her
charged you
side hole.
$1,000
Yeah,
for that, right?
no, she did. She was really nice, red hair.
I'm sure she was. Were you paying?
Yeah.
So just so
very
you know,
friendly.
when you go home, you might want to look up the site. But if you were, I'm going to be mad at you.
No, I did not know. I
Rochelle.
did not know that, Rochelle.
He did. I
I thought you
know
said
her.
Rachel.
Your enunciation was off.
Yeah.
She was with Patrick Mahomes last night again.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the games? What do you think is going to happen Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh! I mean, this last week was. I'm sick of the conspiracy. I mean, is the NFL fixed? We've seen this since. Ron, you've watched sports your entire life. I mean, Michael Jordan used to get favoritism with his calls. As a Suns fan, you know, anytime we played the Bulls, he's going up for a shot. You could be, 5 feet away from him, not even touch him, breathe on him the wrong way, and he's going to the foul line. You couldn't beat Michael Jordan because of the favoritism that exists. You know, the same thing with Kobe Bryant and Shaq. The same thing with, Wayne Gretzky. There's certain guys that, you're used to playing that are going to get the favoritism and calls. And that's what's, I think, happening right now with Mahomes. He's played in 7. He's been in the league 7 years and gone to, 3 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowls, won 3, going for 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Been to AFC championship games all those other years. I mean, the guy has had probably a GOAT start to his career.
No doubt.
I think he has more touchdowns faster and yards faster than any other player in those first 7 years. And I'm telling you, the guy is off to a great start. And it's gonna be tough to beat him. Yeah, it's gonna be really tough.
Yeah,
to
it
beat
turns
him.
out he's actually good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
he's
not.
a
He's
good
not getting
player.
all the calls.
Hey, Kev, all my podcasts right now. What's up? Kev, what's up? We're on a podcast talking football. What do you got? Yeah. Well, how was the game?
Hey, what's up, Kev?
Hey,
Hey, Kev.
it's Kevin.
What do you think
Frank.
about
Listen,
Mahomes?
only reason why I brought Kevin on. Have you ever had a friend like this? So, Kev, I have a good story. So he said, when we get to the Lakers game, guarantee I'll take you as one of my guests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
And now, did you say that or not?
Thanks for calling.
I was with a really nice-looking girl.
But you said you had 4 seats.
What
Don't
was her,
worry
what
about
was her name?
Rochelle. Was it Rochelle?
She was 13 years
Well, I'm glad you didn't say 13 years old.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know where you're going.
Kev, I'll have to call you back, but I'm glad you had fun, and I'm going to the Golden State game now. I love you like a brother. I'll call you later. Bye.
Yeah, he'd be that phone call would have been like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Cut.
Yeah.
He said to me, Kevin goes, "Don't worry, the Lakers. We have seats together. Those
On
two.
the floor?
I have 10. He's got 20, and Greg's got 10, or however it works out.
You have 10
11.
seats on the.
Yeah.
10 games, right?
10 games.
10
10 games.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You're partners with him. With
Yeah,
your
but
seats.
Kevin said, "Don't worry. You know what you're going to do. I want to take you to the Lakers game this year." Like, I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not saying a word. Comes 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
You're already got your jersey on?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. He's ready to go.
He's sitting on the steps outside. Got his book bag.
Yeah.
No, waiting. Never got the call. So
You never got the call.
but you could tell he knew that the girl, or I guess,
Oh,
apparently,
she got the nod over you.
yeah, I would do that too. I mean, that's a good call.
You're going to sell your buddies out for a girl?
Wow.
Well, he's
You want all this loyalty, and all of a sudden, I mean, we're not that important to you anymore.
I'll be honest with you, he's a great guy. I think it's good for him.
You took one for the team.
He went through a lot with
was
his ex, and
Yeah.
he deserves a good woman.
Did you bet on the game last night at least?
It was another great story in history. I mean,
Oh, let's hear it.
they were down 20. Paul gets hurt. I have plus 5.5, and another fix. I think basketball's fixed too. They're down 5. They're down.
20.
They're down 6.
Okay.
And 8 seconds left,
Uh-huh.
or 10. Shoots
Okay.
the ball, misses.
Okay.
Somehow they get the rebound with Anthony Davis sitting right there. Kicked it back out. Another air ball.
Nice.
Hornets,
Yeah.
Hornets with another air ball.
Hornets got another
Shocker.
rebound. Hornets got another rebound.
Another air ball.
I mean, right? They kick it out to the guy from Duke, Dallas. We got Green. Oh, guess what? Anthony Davis touched him.
Oh.
He hit 3 free throws. Now the line is 3. Gets down to 3. Davis hit his 2 free throws. They won by 5. I had to cover, but it looks so. Even though I won, it looked so fixed. I mean, like,
Yeah.
how do you miss it that many?
Right, it's amazing. When you're thinking about 230 points, 225 points, how close Vegas is to that number.
I know.
Right? Every single time. If the over and under is 220, 225, 212, whatever it might be, 180, you're thinking to yourself, why is it so low?
Yeah.
But for some magical
Yeah,
reason.
I'm definitely taking over.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's 90 points apiece in
Yeah.
the NBA today.
Yeah, it's
Why
worth
wouldn't you,
75, yeah.
right? It's an easy bet. But for some reason, it goes 160. And how the hell does that happen?
Well, what's going to happen in
it's
Super Bowl then?
happened- happens
Kansas City's
1.5.
So
minus
we were
1.5.
talking about how Mahomes was good before you got the phone call.
I know, but
It's hard to bet
I
against
think what
Kansas
you
City,
got-
man.
It's impossible
It's
to bet
impossible.
against. I think what you all-
I bet on Buffalo,
he's-
but I did hit my lock of the week.
I'll give you another.
Right,
I'm gonna
Philly.
give you another stat. All right, you look at Tom Brady, who's the greatest of all time. He's 6-12. When he's been the underdog. Right.
there's Evan again. Everybody say hi, Evan.
Hey, Evan. All right. Who's the next greatest?
have a fan on here
next
for you.
greatest quarterback in NFL history that's played in the postseason? He's 6-12 in the post.
It might be Mahomes.
Mahomes is 7-0.
Yeah.
So 40% is a good number for quarterbacks in the postseason to win those games when you're the underdogs of the fourth quarter.
I don't think Brady's going to be the GOAT much longer, honestly.
Yeah.
If Mahomes wins another Super Bowl,
Well, do you think? And a lot of people, there's a lot of people out there that take that conspiracy and are saying that they want a new face of the NFL. Tom Brady did it for 20 years. He's now an owner. There's
Yeah.
people complaining
He's a
about
broadcaster.
him. He's a broadcaster. They're looking for the new Tom Brady to kind of carry the torch for the league.
and it's Taylor Swift.
I don't know. I don't know, but I think one thing you guys aren't talking about, and Frank, you would know better than Michael and I. And it was amazing watching the football game with Mason last weekend because I learned more about coverages. I always think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in
I would love
cover
to watch it
2.
with it, yeah.
They're in cover 2. They're in snake 3. He goes, Ron, they're in man. And I'm like, well, don't look like it. He goes, no, this guy's just playing deep. So I'm like, oh,
So he's still studying. He's still looking at those videos, right? And that's the biggest difference when you go from college to pro, is learning to look for, the consistencies in what they're doing or how they're trying to disguise.
Right.
So in college, When you're playing college, you play maybe basically 4 or 5 coverages, maybe 6 or 7 in college. If you're a good college, you're going to play a little bit more. In high school, you play 3 or 4. You play cover 2, cover 0, cover 1, cover 3, right? Whatever the coverage, you have about 5 or 6 basic coverages. In the NFL, you're probably going to be about 15, 20, and that's what they're learning how to read and study is that this defensive end is standing up. He's a little soft. They're going to zone blitz from this side. As a center, I had to do that as well. I didn't have to do it as much as quarterbacks, but I'm looking for, those types of indicators, when I'm looking at defenses to see
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Like, is that why they do the hard count? Like
that's what
they
you're
do the hard
studying.
count.
That's what you're studying.
Yeah.
You want to get a tell, right? You're looking for a tell. That's where the hard count is invoked, right? You're going to go on 3 in second revolution. So we're going to go to 3, and we're going to see if they're going to, show.
Yeah.
And if they don't show, then hey, we're pretty good here. If they show, now we can adjust.
Right.
What the chess game has evolved to, and what you're seeing guys like Luke Kuechly and some of these other players, quarterbacks, they're playing a chess game within a chess game. So once I've made the adjustment, they're going to readjust.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when they readjust, you have to know what they're readjusting
Right,
to.
yeah.
And that's what studying the film teaches you.
Well, Aaron Rodgers was always good at looking right, get the safety if there's corner. If they have one in the back, whatever that's called, cover 1.
Yeah.
And he'd make that safety go that way, and he knew that Terrell Owens or somebody's on the left side. No,
That's what they teach you in Pop Warner now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's where the game has evolved to. So, looking off the defense to make
any
sure
NIL
you're
deals?
holding a safety if they're going to be in a
Is
certain
that
coverage.
like Mike McDaniels and all these like young coaches? They're like sending these guys in motion all the time. Is that why they're sending them in motion?
Well,
to
there's
figure out their man.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a method to the madness on everything that you're doing, right? And when you're sending a guy in motion, it's an indicator
Yeah.
to if the defense is going to follow, then they're in man. If they're going to rotate, they might be in zone, right? If they're going to not move at all, then it's a 0 blitz and they're coming after your ass, right? So those are the things that you're looking for. The other thing it does is it creates mismatches, right? So even though that I know that this guy's going to go in motion, I know this is the defense they're going to be in, and I'm trying to get this mismatch where I line them up over here, and I'm going to move them over here so it's a fast guy versus a big guy.
Yeah.
Right? So those are the types of things, and they can mean a lot of different things. So that's what you're looking for as a football player or a quarterback, when you're kind of, sending all these things. They're indicators on, what your matchups are going to be, and that's what coordinators are looking at.
Yeah.
How do I get these matchups?
By the way, Frank, you mentioned one thing about the cheerleaders at all. I mean, don't you think there's a play there?
I have not.
I mean, like, hey, 4 left. Oh, look at that one over there.
No,
Hey, 4 left. Hey,
Come on.
Andy Reid is a great coach. I think that it's like the Belichick thing.
From cheerleaders to Andy Reid. Here we go.
That's
we're
a hell of a
discounting-
pivot.
That's a segue right
We're
there.
discounting the coaching of Andy Reid. I think, like that little rollout he did, I'm not sure if he called it or offensive coordinator. He makes some great
He's the
calls.
offensive coordinator, so he's making those.
But
calls.
that one call, see, that's what they did.
But they called it before. They were like, they're going to do a rollout here.
Yeah. Well, the biggest difference in that game was when it came down to critical situations for the Bills and for the Chiefs. The Bills resorted to running a quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't run it the same way that the Eagles have run it. So the Chiefs did a really good job of penetrating and getting lower than the guys and pushing them back. There wasn't a lot of room, and they had done it a couple times and been unsuccessful. That was their go-to move on 4th and 1, where if you look at what the Chiefs did, they don't have those guys up front. They realized that. So what they did is they ran their offense. And Andy Reid is a genius play caller because he's been there a million times. He has Patrick Mahomes that has the ability to run or pass. So they got him out of the pocket and got him an opportunity to run or pass, right? And that's what, the same type of thing happened with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It was an RPO, run-pass option. Either you can hand the ball off or you roll out and you have a one-on-one matchup. Everybody's going to be bunched in
And
tight.
Mark Andrews is right there.
Everybody's going to be bunched in tight, and you roll him out, and if he's not open, guess what Lamar's doing? He's running. So it gives you a couple of different options. The Eagles did it. The Chiefs did it to perfection. They did it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Same play. One time they handed it off. Next time, Mahomes kept.
Yeah, but I think Andy Reid's the man sometimes.
And Philadelphia loves Andy Reid, but if he beats him in the Super Bowl 2 times,
Well,
he beat him 2 years ago, right?
He did.
They're gonna
And
end up
they
hating this
used
guy.
the same types of offense, same
Yeah.
types of plays.
That's last Super Bowl I won. I won a lot of money on that.
I mean, it was a 35 overtime game, and I believe the Chiefs won.
Yeah, they won.
In a field goal late in the game where they ran out of bounds. so that they could kick the field goal,
Yeah.
and not give the other team an opportunity to take it back. And
That was
score a
before they
touchdown.
changed the rule, though.
That was before they changed
the
the rule.
overtime.
That
rule.
was before they changed the rule.
So now, if they would have kicked the field goal,
The other
Philly
team
would have had it.
the
Yeah,
other
they
team
would have
has
had a
an
chance to have the
opportunity to
ball.
score.
Yeah.
That's correct.
If they would have scored a touchdown, it would have been over.
Game over.
Yeah.
That's
Philly's got a better-
They're talking about changing that rule too, because when the stat that I just gave you with Mahomes, 7-0, trailing in the fourth quarter, he's never lost a game.
Wow.
In the playoffs, he's never lost a game. Trailing from behind, he's never lost a game in the playoffs. So
In the fourth quarter?
In the fourth quarter, he's 7-0. Tom Brady, I told you, was 6-12. I mean, and he's the next highest percentage.
Yeah.
That's
your next goat.
Those
right
are
there.
those are Tiger Woods numbers.
Yep.
Those are Tiger Woods numbers.
No, he's really good. I mean,
2000
the whole-
Tiger
Who?
Woods.
Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods is
Yeah, he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He used to be.
Mahomes, I don't think what we understand really from a history perspective of what we're seeing with Patrick Mahomes. He is not breaking, he's shattering. He's Tiger Woodsing the field.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at
Every
Tiger,
year.
Well, look at Tiger Woods. I mean, he was, I think, in the majors in the year that you're talking about, I think he was minus 200 and something. The next closest guy, in majors, he was minus 100 and whatever the number was, right? Minus, negative, under par.
Yeah.
The next closest guy was Phil Mickelson at plus 99.
Yeah, not even close.
That's not even close.
Would you rather be Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift?
Oh, I don't think she's even that attractive.
No.
She has a lot of money.
All right, so I'm going to take the next person. You're
Yeah,
about to say.
next.
I'd rather be the next.
Patrick Mahomes. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, you talking about like their spouse?
I'm just saying,
I'd rather be
like,
Patrick Mahomes.
I mean,
like,
Kelsey
consider-
got
I would
so
rather
much.
be a single dude than
But
those two
but it
options.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what she looks like. He loves her. You can tell. It seems on hugging her and all. That's his girlfriend. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
would
rather
you
be-
went to the
That's
concert?
the appearance.
Did you go to the
Tom
concert?
Brady loved Giselle too.
Did you go to
Yeah,
his concert?
she loved him.
Did you go to Taylor Swift concert?
I've never been to a Taylor Swift
you,
concert.
Michael?
I couldn't tell you.
How much? You know how much those tickets went for?
Like $1,200.
Yeah, you'd have to pay me double that to go. Honestly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
Did you go?
Have you been to a Taylor Swift concert?
No, I would go though.
You would.
Why?
Why?
I would go and take a kid. I wouldn't go like I mean, not that
Like-
way. I would take if I want somebody's
Yeah,
family.
you like if you like someone.
I
was
like
a
entertainment.
Fan.
I want to. I like
If
entertainment.
you had a friend who had a daughter who was a fan, or you would
Yeah, I
take
would
them.
do
But
that. I
like,
would go.
you wouldn't just go by yourself.
That's different.
No.
Yeah, that's
That's
different than going by yourself.
I like entertainment. I heard she's a good entertainer. No,
Do you
I
know
don't
her
mean it that way.
songs,
Like,
though?
yeah, I know her songs. We listen on the radio.
I don't
every
know her
time
song.
over here.
That's the thing. I don't know a lot of her
Listen
songs.
every
I don't
day
either.
they're in here.
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, I think I know
I'm
like
not-
two
I
of her
I think
songs.
entertainment's
Swiftie.
about. I mean, like,
Look who you're talking to. You pictured me. You even asked me that I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah, you know how much football players love Taylor Swift. Well, Travis Kelce. does,
Wow.
actually,
They love her. They love what she might be able to offer.
Yeah.
I don't. I guess you're right, but that I think that it's brought another level to the NFL. It's kind of interesting to watch.
Well,
A lot of people. I know a lot of people don't like
Well,
it, but I tell you,
here's what it's done, Ron, and this is what you're suggesting. It's brought in the younger female aspect to the
yeah,
NFL, and as you know, owning a business, it's about how many viewerships you can watch this podcast. We don't care who it is; we just want viewerships, right? And
Right.
if there's a lot more, you're going to make a lot more money. So what?
how much we made?
What's
well, we gotta get Taylor Swift. on this week.
maybe you get Taylor Swift, you might make some money, but that's where the NFL has really evolved with what Goodell's done. There's a couple things he's done, to create more viewership. That new business that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's Mexico. He's evolved to that. He's taken it to Europe.
Yep.
He's watched games over there, but the
South
more
America, Brazil,
the
yeah.
more viewership that you can get,
Yes.
the greater your pie
maybe
is
we
going
should go
to
to
be.
Mexico.
Global brand.
Right, it's a global brand.
Cabo, we should do it one day.
I'm going there at the end of the month.
Yeah, we'll do a.
You
right.
guys are invited. Let's take the podcast.
All right, let's go. We're
let's
going.
take the
on
podcast to Cabo.
We've been talking about going on the road. We're taking this thing on the road. We got to go to L.A.
I got
and we go
3
to Cabo.
rooms.
All right.
You're
perfect.
gonna have to get your girl on the scooter though.
Yeah, you think the next topic you want to talk about my new sponsorship I did for us?
This next segment is about Ron's new sponsorship he did for us. Take it away,
Hoop
Ron.
Group.
Hoop Group. Oh boy.
Cush's team.
Kush.
What is this?
Our little friend Kush. Kush dressed up, table talk
Oh, yeah.
on ice. He's the
tall guy or the
no,
little guy?
The little one.
Oh, the little one.
the one that wasn't as tall as the tall guy.
Yeah.
Can I ask Frank a question?
Sure. You're allowed
If-
to
if
for sure.
The league every year, if you're the worst player, what player should you have as a pick? If you're the worst player, you get the best player.
Right.
Then the next best player gets.
Kind of what the NFL does. That's called the draft. I mean, the worst team gets the best player. The next worst team gets the next best player.
Then he decided, well, he's almost the next best player, so he got the best player, and poor Cush got the third best player.
And he was the worst player?
Yeah.
Well, the way it works is if you're a captain, you're slotted to have a pick in the round you would technically be in. So, like for me, right, I'm considered a second-round pick, so I don't get my second-round pick.
Right.
But they make me pick at the end of the first because I'm technically coming back on the snake like I would be that second pick, right? So Cush is probably towards the bottom of the 6th round, which is the last round in the draft.
That's where he
would have to be.
He's 4'11".
He would have to be in the
5'11".
front of the first.
First, correct.
Yeah, but they pushed him kind of to the middle. I think he's the third.
Why
pick
did they push him? What was the reasoning?
I'll let Ron take it from here.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I don't mind. I think it's funny. I always like
They were
helping
taking
people.
advantage of Cush.
No, because obviously, and they won't. You know, I got a little shit from Charlie. Thinks he's, the
What's this, your basketball league?
first thing I was started the
Hoop group,
league.
yeah.
I want to say this hoop group was started by me and done it 20 years ago
The hoop group.
when I was playing.
Disclaimer.
So,
Yeah, well, used to do a golf thing as well.
yeah, they do that golf guys.
Yeah.
I'm out of that but this year I decided. So I asked him, but Table Talk's going to sponsor Cush so I can help him navigate.
We're going to be on his jerseys.
through the
Hey,
league.
we
But
gotta-
Karma gets you. So really,
Do you have any NIL money
that-
available?
yeah.
So you're going to
That's a good name for Cush's team.
Everybody's going to get an espresso machine.
No.
every
They're
player.
getting an espresso, just the drink.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's going to
They-
cost them
they get
$20 to buy it.
You got an
or you
espresso.
can get.
How about
How about this? How you get cheat in college by Frank Garcia.
yeah, Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the favor.
I should write a book about that.
yeah.
How to cheat.
But have someone else write it.
If you're not- no, the book would be if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
It's going to be an interesting league. I hope. But Michael has proven his captaincy. He don't care who plays on his team. He's just going to win, and he's done a great
Yeah,
job.
because they've tried to do that to me a couple times, and I'm just say, roll the ball out there, let's play.
Yeah.
We won a championship twice, and I think Cush could do it.
You're the defenders. You're the
we
Chiefs.
didn't win it. Yeah, well, we didn't win it this past year, but we were 2 times before that.
Just remember this: Charlie and Nate, and probably the best 2. Age 1 helps them out a little bit, and
They're younger or they're older?
They're just a different type of player, but they're the.
What makes them
That's
the
all
best?
relative. In this
Charlie,
league, they'd be
Charlie
younger.
is
Yes.
Charlie is
35,
the only
37.
guy I know in the league normally that can take a rebound
Coast to
go
coast.
end to end. Because remember, a lot of times you're going by people like when I played me, right?
Yeah.
The 6th round pick isn't
or Cush.
Yeah.
right.
You're going over Cush and
Yeah.
around you.
Sometimes you're like, you
You got 5th
fifth
and 4th rounders are great guys, great players, glad they're in the league.
So why are you not putting your better player on that guy?
Well, they're gonna all find out this year because I hope Michael wins, obviously. But I'm gonna
Or Cush.
We're gonna have Cush sponsorship, and I hope he wins too.
Is there any monetary value involved in this? Do you guys play for anything?
That's a good question.
Is
I haven't gotten paid yet for my
Denny
team.
sets a line at the games. And
You can bet on the games, yeah.
So individual games are,
Yeah.
are
You
can
allowed
bet,
to wager on.
That's kind of fun. They've done a great job. Denny's
Where do you guys play at?
at his Denny's house.
At Denny's house. He has a court there.
Yeah.
You play in his court.
I don't.
Do you have referees?
Yes.
So it's official.
It's official.
Yeah.
Scorekeepers.
Are the referees? Because it sounds like. I mean, if
Yeah,
Yes.
we're investigating. We're investigating.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a funny
Yes.
story about our gambling. So Nate needed 2 more points. Somebody thought to get his over points rebounds, but he already had it.
what do you mean? What happens if you get
Okay.
over points rebounds?
You
Okay,
bet on it.
41
You're betting.
points.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He
you
already
bet.
had.
Yeah, yeah.
He already
You
had
were trying to hit
40
the over.
Your
he had
DraftKings line.
Right.
Yes,
He
yes.
had 42. Well, all of a sudden he's dribbling down to get a layup, and somebody goes, "Game over." Right.
Yeah, because you could call a game if you're up by 20
Right,
with 10
but the
seconds
guy's
left.
getting
You're
ready
just
to make
kinda
a
like,
layup.
you're like,
But he was already
We're
over.
waving the white flag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So-
you're trying to get your DraftKings
Okay.
points.
How about this
Yeah,
one?
so someone was. Yeah.
What about the last game last year?
So that's what happens in betting all the time.
Yeah.
You
Well-
get screwed by the last second field goal that doesn't matter,
Yeah.
or the extra point
Yeah.
that they don't kick.
So they were
right?
pissed
because
because
the time's up.
they were pissed because they called it with like 20 seconds
The
left. Like,
hardest
game's
part.
over.
Now the hardest part is last year it happened. There's 0.5 seconds left. You got Alex who probably vaped a couple cigarettes, maybe had a
As he's
few
playing?
beers. No, he's doing the
Yeah,
clock.
that's
He's
it.
doing the clock.
Oh, no, yes.
So
Oh, no.
the shot clock, right, or the clock. So what happens is
It's a sensitive
they
subject
got the
for me.
ball. It was against him, and I would
It's a playoffs, by the way.
playoffs, right? And all of a sudden he dropped the ball. Okay, gets the ball back up, moves over here, and scored a 3, right?
Yeah,
And so
there was
like
like
probably
3
2
seconds.
seconds.
Well, it was like 3 seconds on the shot clock, and it took him about 9 seconds to score. And we look over, and Alex is over there. He's manually doing the shot clock.
trying.
He's on TikTok.
We
just
love
doing-
the guy.
He's
You
just
guys-
like,
yeah, I love him.
let me restart it. We lost the game because
So he's not paying attention to it. He's not doing his job.
Not in the playoffs with 8 seconds
You
left.
had
Who would have
one
thought?
job.
Yeah, he had one job.
You had one job and you didn't do it.
To go to the championship game, by the way.
But he's done. I mean,
Well, the game was obviously close.
yeah,
It was close. It was a 1-point game. We lost by 1 because they scored on that possession.
Now the other thing, one game I didn't believe it, like
You got extra time.
because I'm betting
yeah.
too. I'm
Oh
betting,
yeah,
hey,
a lot of extra time.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
How about when they forget? Like I'm betting the spread. I'm betting +1, -1, and they forget a point. Like I'm watching the game. It was 53-52.
it's like
he
the YMCA.
scored.
Yeah,
He scored.
basically, yeah.
And there was no points on the board.
You know, the funny thing is, you're talking exactly what the YMCA does. There's so many parents out there that are more focused on the scorekeeper giving them the right amount of
Yeah,
points than they
yeah.
are the game itself.
Right.
Why
And
do the
realizing
game?
there's not going to be any trophies.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting a medal.
Yeah.
The NBA scouts.
Why
are
is
smart.
$500
My baby
on
needs
it?
his points.
My boy
Yeah.
scored a point there,
Yeah.
and it's 13-12, and they hit a 3-pointer. You only gave him 2.
Yeah.
Right? Do your job. They get so mad at these scorekeepers out there.
And they're like, look,
fight
we're just volunteering. I mean,
yeah, they want
they're
to
all-
fight these
yeah,
scorekeepers. And that's what you're telling me. But you
You
have money
guys,
on
do you
it.
need anything? Evan Assen.
No, I'm good. Everything's delicious.
Hey, we need a candle for
Yeah,
that.
so
We're gonna sing
we'll
happy
close
birthday.
out with happy birthday, right?
For
What do you,
this.
you put
Yeah.
it in the
Yeah, I'm
chicken?
gonna put it on the chicken.
No,
I'll
don't put it in
on
the
cake.
chicken.
We'll put on anything we want.
Yeah, we
put it in
can.
the phone
So
call.
I guess
Who
before
says? Who makes the
Ron,
rules?
before we sign off, I know do you have anything else on your list there?
Oh, we sign. Oh, geez. It's
No. Before we sign off, because we got to do happy
what
birthday
I
at
did
the end of it.
was, well, we talked about Valentine's Day, which you guys are wrong.
Right, somebody.
We talked about
We're going to do a
cheating.
poll
hold on,
here.
hold
Is
on, hold on.
Valentine's Day a real holiday? Yes or
Cheating
no?
in school. That's wrong.
Go
Can
ahead, Frank.
somebody please get Ron a Valentine's gift?
Yeah, we talked about restaurant. We didn't
I-
talk about
I
restaurant
better not
week.
forget it.
Red Rocks, how great. We got great features this week. We got a,
Well, restaurant week's over, bud.
I know it's not a rush, excuse me. We have a mahi capata, which is really good. It's like the chicken piccata, but it's
Yeah.
mahi. And then we have a heart of ribeye. It's really
And
good.
you have a new
What's
item.
this?
You have a new item on.
Yeah, Frank Garcia's fried cauliflower.
Yeah.
What's this?
it's
What's this
delicious.
dish right here, Ron?
That's the chicken piccata.
Okay.
Who you naming this after? Jess's chicken piccata.
There it is.
Sure, if you want. No problem.
Yeah. Done.
And then we talked about hoop group. Then we didn't mention Trump about the tax.
No, who's the girl? Who's the girl that was riding on the scooter with him?
Rochelle?
Yeah, Rochelle's chicken
Yeah.
piccata.
Rochelle's
Can I go on?
paninis.
Can I go on there? I want me to show you a picture of her.
No, I'm good.
I'll just show you.
Is this going to be like an action shot?
Whoa. He's got it bookmarked.
There you go. Oh well.
Oh, you got there quick.
Yeah, it's in his memory.
Yeah, that's weird.
So what's our next week? What are we doing next week? Where are we going?
Well, hold on. I did want to say Carolina and Duke do play this weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey, at 9:00.
At 6:30.
Oh, that's earlier.
Yeah, it's like
normally
maybe start at 7, but-
they play these basketball games so late. And I was talking to one of my buddies the other day about college basketball in general. It's become so.
Yeah, the 9 o'clock games are brutal.
Well, it's just. I mean, I don't even know who's on the teams anymore. Uh-oh.
That's so Ryan.
Need to wash my eyes out. All right.
Let me see.
Does she have a picture of her on the scooter with you?
Oh, she has a
Yeah, we have a picture of her scooter.
she has a pretty panini.
Yeah.
She has
That's what she said her on.
Would you like my panini? How do you like my panini?
Well, when you're in a golf cart, like, oh, I just took Restream off for some reason.
No,
okay?
it's not. It doesn't matter because Brent's doing it.
Like, I think that the video was she rode around the cart, which I'll try to get that in to Brent.
Oh, you have her actually riding on the cart with you.
Yeah, I took her to the
Yeah.
parking garage.
She
It costs $14.99 to watch it.
Where can we subscribe?
yeah, subscribe.
He's done a great job. He's done a great job, Evan. And Evan, my name's Ron. I'm the owner. But a lot of times,
He's not there anymore.
What you want to do, Evan? No, you got to talk to him though.
Oh yeah, Evan. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure like
Clean
why
that
am I
glass.
putting the candle
the
in?
tint's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Is he scared of me? I
Probably.
mean, I'd want to get in this podcast.
You're very intimidating with those
You are.
glasses. on.
Now, We got to do this.
That explains why the tent's so bad on those windows. Ron had his sunglasses on this whole time.
How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? I mean,
He doesn't even know how to.
Yeah. He's like, look how dark the windows look.
What's one of his people he needs to come over here and have him do the live?
Who's the flame person?
where'd Evan go?
He's
Where'd
trying
he
to work
go?
a 15.
Yeah, wait a minute. What am I doing?
Yeah, he's trying to.
So, Ron, you just do this.
Did you see how we naturally delegated?
He's trying.
Did you see how I naturally delegated
Here,
without?
you take this.
Ron, you see this button? That's how it works in the house.
Okay, we're gonna sing.
Ron actually knows how to do everything.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how to work a candle
That's
maker.
that's a former
lighter.
president from the Quad right
Yeah,
there,
that's
ladies and
right.
gentlemen. Don't throw ketchup.
Yeah, here we go.
He has the
here we
rules
go.
down.
Let's see.
Okay.
Are we singing?
Yeah.
Oh, we're singing.
This is embarrassing.
There it is.
So.
I'm the new
saying-
flame guy.
Okay, here we
Or
go.
fire guy.
Happy
Happy
birthday. Slide over here. Slide over here.
you.
Happy birthday. Get over that chair. To you.
That sounds good.
Happy birthday, dear Frank.
Happy birthday to you.
I don't think I have any cauliflower in my.
Hold on, let me scoot this over.
There you go. Blow it out.
There it is,
Wish.
ladies and gentlemen. Make a
Hopefully,
wish.
Thank you.
hopefully all those
Damn,
finals.
Ryan, we
My-
didn't bring him.
my-
You didn't bring him a gift. $5.
Yeah, where's my gift?
Right there.
Oh, it's a cauliflower.
No, you get a tabletop cup to go.
Yeah, I get a tabletop cup to go and
Espresso.
a drink
The
on the
real
house.
gift is to be on the show.
Thank
That's
you.
true.
That is a
hell?
gift. That is a gift.
That's a
My
gift.
gift is seeing Ron Herbert another day. That's
Yeah,
my
that's
gift.
a- that's a hell of a
swear to God,
present.
That's a good. That's a good.
That's a great gift.
Those windows look worse now. With
Well, it's
these
because you
glasses.
just took your glasses off.
I
He
mean,
thought about it. He's like, wait a minute. Maybe they don't look bad. Let me
He's
take them
driving
off.
around.
Yeah.
He's driving around in his fully tinted car. He's like, gosh, dang, I can't see anything.
5% tint in here. Hey, so Duke or Carolina, who's going to win?
Oh, Duke for sure. Taylor Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good.
Taylor's brother.
Yeah, Taylor. Taylor's
yeah.
good.
I think Duke wins in a close one. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah.
I don't know what the spread is going to be.
I don't either. It's not showing yet.
But last night against State, it was 20.5.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way they're going to cover. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
I would say the spread's going to be 6 points, 7 points, something like that.
I could see that.
I would probably. I mean, Carolina's played really, really. They haven't won the games, but they've played really close and really hard. I think their record, they've lost 7 games.
8, I think.
Eight games.
Yeah, 8.
7 of them have been to
Something like
top
that, yeah.
25 teams.
Yeah.
You look at the teams they've lost to; they're all really, and they've been close.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a close game. I think Duke wins by 4.
Ooh, I would say, yeah. I agree with
he's
that. I would say
Carolina
Duke
fan.
by 4, yeah. I am a Carolina fan, but
Where are they playing at?
I'm not dumb.
I don't know. Is it Cameron?
Check
or is
my
it,
IQ, though.
Is it Cameron or is
Cameron.
it? That's yeah.
Yeah.
So I might give it because of Cameron. I might give a little.
They're
Maybe
probably
a point.
12 points.
No, you think 12?
10.
If it was 12, I would take Carolina all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
in
not,
this game,
I'm
man,
not a guy
anything
that
can
bets with
happen.
my heart. I mean,
This game, though, anything can happen.
yeah, that's right. I mean, it could be. The underdog has won just as many as they've
The
lost.
NIL, I keep saying, is going to change the college in every sport imaginable.
Oh, 100%.
You know, I mean, I guess
Ron, it's happening in high school.
I guess Notre Dame got $15 million to win that national championship
Yep.
by themselves.
Yep.
Notre Dame had to split $18 million.
Never even had to split it with anyone.
I mean,
no,
no,
Notre Dame.
Ohio State has.
Ohio State,
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
split it with their conference.
So they only got $1 million.
Well, no, that's not true. They get half of it, and the conference gets the other half.
Okay.
So that's the way it works. And every
That's called a fact check. That's not good. You
well,
don't say that
so
anymore.
Notre Dame
CNN
has to split it
on
with anyone. They get all the money.
Notre Dame has their own agreement. That was part of their deal going into the ACC. Even though they're in football, they're not in any conference. They're independent. But when you look at the teams that they're playing, Ohio State, there's how many teams in that conference? 14, 16?
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them are now.
The Big Ten has
Yeah,
more
Big Ten
than 10
has
for
16
sure.
teams
Yeah,
now, whatever it is.
Time to rebrand.
I don't know exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's time to rebrand for sure. You're a
Yeah,
marketing
yeah,
guy.
I'm
You
gonna
would
help
know.
them out with that.
I mean, they absolutely need to rebrand those things.
I'm going to call it the Big 14.
But they get half of that, depending on what their conference. Everybody's different. The SEC is, let's say, if Georgia won last year, they get if you won $10 million, they get 5. The rest of the conference gets
Yeah.
5, right? But every conference has their own individual deal and how the structure is broken down
Right.
if they win. So now that there's more teams, who knows?
All right.
Okay, well,
We good?
sign off.
That was a good episode. Ladies and gentlemen,
it was fun.
thanks for watching.
It was a lot of fun.
Taylor Swift's live right now watching us. We love you,
Happy
Taylor.
birthday.
Is she getting flowers where she lives?
Yeah,
Did she send her
Taylor,
address
make
yet?
sure you send us her
I'll send her
address.
flowers. Give me an address.
Yeah.
You've heard of Red Rocks, but have you heard of Red Roses?
I'll send her Table Talk flowers. I'll
There
give
you
her.
go.
There you
each
go.
one will be TABLE.
How many girls have signed up for those roses, by the way? Has he got any numbers yet? I mean, I keep
Not
saying-
yet. This
I
must
keep-
be on an hour delay.
I keep saying this. I mean, Ron, table talk is great, but the real intent with this is not, for anything else other than for him to get girls' numbers.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
He's using this as a dating site.
Or addresses.
Table talk. Yeah.
I got all I can handle right now. I'm good.
Oh, wow.
All
I
right.
got all I can handle.
Okay.
Panini is strong and Ron. All right. We're signing off. Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. There it is.
See you later.
It's the official sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, see you
Trump.
next week.